Good morning, everyone. I'm joined today by Jodi Schultz from the Source Mortgage Center, a Dominion Lending Corporation franchise, actually, from Central Alberta. And today we're going to talk about assumable mortgages. It seems to be a really popular topic these days, and it's becoming more and more common. So, Jodi, what can you share with us about assumable mortgages? What are they and how do they work?
Yeah, for sure, Susan. And it is becoming more common. So an assumable mortgage is one where, let's say someone's selling their home and they have a mortgage on that property. And then someone who comes along to buy that same home can actually assume or take over their mortgage. Why it's happening more than it has in the past, and you will notice lots of listings will say right in it, mortgage is assumable, please contact for more information. And sorry, to get back to that, the reason it's become more common is that a lot of borrowers did get some very low rate mortgages a few years ago. So in 2020, 2021, even early 2022, we were seeing very low fixed rate interest mortgages. So I for sure wrote a few that were like as low as 1.5% for a fixed rate. And so if that person is selling their home, it's very attractive to a buyer if they can somehow take that mortgage over rather than getting a brand new one where the current market rates are closer to 5%.
Right.
Now, what's kind of interesting is that every lender handles this differently in terms of what they allow. If they allow you to just take over that existing mortgage, or if you need extra money, which would be like a top up, or if you need extra money, if you're allowed to put a second mortgage behind that mortgage. All of those rules are unique to each lender. So what you want to do is, if you have been advised that there's a possibility of assuming a lower rate mortgage, is get that information from the seller and reach out to their lender directly and determine whether or not you qualify to take over that mortgage and what that financing situation would look like for you specifically. But definitely it is worth looking into if the seller is advertising that, because it may be an opportunity to get a lower rate mortgage for your financing of that home.
So in that case, then they would reach out to the lending company, but in order to do that, they don't own the home yet, and is that covered under FOIP or anything? Like, how do they get that information?
Yeah, they would have to get it from the seller directly or the seller's agent, and
Right.
there would have to be some sort of privacy disclosure or whatnot. They wouldn't disclose information specifically related to either the buyer or the seller to each other.
Right.
It would simply be the buyer dealing with the seller's bank directly or the lender directly to determine whether or not they qualify. And none of that information would be shared with either party in terms of, what money people make or what their credit scores would look like, because that is private and confidential information that is only privy to the lender or the mortgage professional that's dealing with the client.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining me today, Jodi. If you have any questions about mortgages of any type, feel free to reach out to Jodi. Her contact information is at the bottom, and have a great week, everyone.
Thanks so much, Susan. Take care.